when they said Jorah's ascent to the top will be filled with roadblocks and trials and tribulations, they wasn't playing. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I've been getting tested, and I've seriously been having to center myself, meditate, and make sure that I sleep on stuff that's happening to me and ensure I'm always looking for the silver linings. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I'm gonna be open and honest with y'all. Yes, I got kicked off the Cowboys Collective. Yes, it's because the trolls actually won this round. The guys that go to the comments and spam how much they don't like my content and how much they hate how positive I am and how much they hate that I go back at them and give them the same energy they give to me, because I never just go out my way to attack nobody. I always just return energy. And I'm going to continue to do that, man, because that's just what I stand on. I believe in that. I'm not going to absorb any energy you give me. I'm going to reflect it back at you and let you deal with that stuff. And it got me removed from the Cowboys Collective. And it has nothing at all to do with John Machota. It has nothing at all to do with Foot the King. It has nothing at all to do with Law Nation. It has everything to do with the guy that put all of us together. And it was essentially a thing that started with myself and Foots. And then we reached out to Law and another creator. And then we had us four. And then the other creator had to bag out due to time restraints. And we got John in as a fill-in for that other creator. And we went from there, right? So I'm kicked out. I got kicked out. And even though we've done almost 30 shows over there with me pretty much being the same person on every show, I guess this last show that we did this past Thursday night, the owner of the channel, even though we all have ownership percentages of the revenue of the channel and everything like that, but whatever, I don't care about any of that, y'all. This is going to allow me just to focus on my calling and what I need to be here to do for y'all. And we're going to get to that in a second. But the owner of the channel, he agreed with the trolls. He agreed with the pearl clutchers. He didn't like how I defended myself against people that come at me. He didn't like how I returned energy. He didn't like the fact that I told someone that they probably had a daycare in their mouth with how much they had been on their knees that stream, sucking someone off. He didn't like that. And, you know, that's well within his right not to like that, but it's also weird that he allowed that exact energy and type of content and type of entertainment to build up the channel to a point to where it was monetized and able to be sponsored by the betting company and all that stuff. And then he just kind of rug pulled me again. And I'm not going to play victim. I'm going to take all the accountability, because this is what happens when you put yourself in a situation where other people feel like they have some type of rule or some type of decision-making power over your own future, over your own ability to be successful. This is what happens. And I put myself in that situation. I put myself in a situation where someone I wasn't super familiar with would be allowed to feel as if they were my boss and they could call me the day after the show was over with and get on the phone with me. And this is how the call went. This is exactly how the call went. And they could call me and get on the phone with me and say, "Oh, how you doing, AOC? How's your day going?" "Oh, you know, my day's going well. Everything's cool." "Okay, cool. How's your weekend? You got anything planned for the weekend?" Nah, man. What's up, bro? What's up?" "All right, so I just gotta say, your behavior on the stream yesterday was completely unacceptable. And there's no way that you could just get on there and talk to people the way that you were talking to them. And I was so offended, and I was just disgusted when I watched the stream back by your behavior. And I just can't, there's no way I could just move forward with you doing that type of stuff." And I was like, okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and stop you there. First of all, I do the same thing on my platform, and my platform is one of the fastest growing Cowboys channel in the community for a reason. It's because of that rawness. It's because of that authenticity. It's because of that realness. It's because I say things to people that everyone wishes they could say. It's because I have the courage to say things in front of the world that other people may be afraid to say in front of the world, due to how people may feel about them, how people may see them, and how people may try to craft their persona around that aspect of their personality. And I'm going to get into that part in just a second. But after he said that, I said, wait a minute. I do the same thing on my channel. I'm successful there. I don't see why this would be an issue, or why you would come at me to where it's like an instant rug pull thing and not just a, "Hey, could you lay off on the cussing just a little bit? I'm trying to get a couple sponsors. Could you lay off on the cussing just a little bit?" He didn't do none of that. It was just straight up, "I can't move forward with you. I'm so disgusted by you," and all of this other stuff. And I was just like, okay, you could have started off the conversation with, "Hey, I don't want you on the collective anymore." You didn't have to do the small talk. You didn't have to ask me about my day, my weekend, and start feeling like you had any type of place or right to tell me how disgusted you are and how unacceptable I am. You had no place to do that. So I told him, I said, hey man, you could have started the conversation with that. At this point, I don't see why you think I should still be on the phone listening to you tell me how unacceptable my behavior was on the stream, even though I've done the same thing for 29 episodes on that very channel and grown that channel to where it is right now. In the 4 short months that we've been doing it, which there's been a lot of people that have got up there and made YouTube channels and have not been able to get to 3,000 subs in 4 months. So I'm just going to say that now. A lot of you guys that are watching this right now, a lot of my viewers, they went over there and subbed to that channel. And I just don't think that he really appreciated the weight that I actually care. I don't think he took me serious. And again, some of that is my fault. He didn't take me serious because he got caught up in thinking that my entertainment persona is who I am as a businessman. And that's not the situation. I know very well what I'm doing. I know exactly what will chase sponsors away, what type of sponsors I want, what type of content I want to create, and what type of guidelines I want to play by. And I just wasn't having someone trying to tell me how unacceptable I was. So I told him, hey, I don't want to sit here and listen to this. Why do I need to listen to you tell me anything else on the phone? Well, because I have other sponsor deals that I'm trying to work on for you that's on the table, and you're doing great on your own channel, but I just don't want you. I'm like, hey, wait. I don't care about any other deals you have on the table. You just told me you don't want to work with me here. You think I'm going to allow you to take 30% of any other deal that I get when you just tell me that you don't like my content and I'm unacceptable and all this other stuff and try to berate me about my behavior? Absolutely not. So I told him, shove it. Hey, I don't want to work with you. I don't want you thinking that you can negotiate with companies on my behalf. Those same companies, they're going to look at my channel, they're going to look at my stuff again, they're going to look for people who can sell their product, and they're going to hit my email up, which companies that's watching this potentially, my email's in my description, my email's everywhere. They're going to look my email up, they're going to get in contact with me directly, and I can cut the middleman out. I know how to negotiate business on my own behalf. I know how to reach out to people if I need to. I just am not chasing a dollar. I'm not trying to be something I don't want to be. This is part of why I've made myself into my own entity, my own business, my own man. It's because I don't want to be what other people want me to be. And it's as simple as that. So that's why I say that has nothing to do with any of the other guys on the collective. I talked to John already. I talked to Foots. I talked to those guys. They still want to work with me. They're still going to continue to work with me. But I'm just going to say this now. If you went to the collective to watch Attack on Cowboys, I'm not going to be there anymore because the trolls, they won that battle. They actually won. It happens sometimes. You got to know how to take your L's. The type of persona and personality that I put out into the atmosphere, sometimes it comes back and bites you in the ass. But you got to be man enough to take that. And then you got to be man enough and stand on your morals enough to know that you got a bigger blessing coming down the road. And that bigger blessing is going to come in the form of unmitigated dedication and hard work to making sure that I bring you guys an even better live show than that every night. And I know whenever they streaming, just know, hey, if the collective streaming, AOC's probably streaming. Let me go check his stream out because it's going to have a lot more bells and whistles to it. It's going to have legit segments. It's going to have animated graphics. It's going to have personality. It's going to have call-ins. It's going to have real interaction. Okay? So I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I was upset at the moment because I felt like dude was playing in my face. And those of y'all that's been keeping up with the channel, you know, it's been a rough couple of weeks. It's been a rough few weeks. I've been having to learn a lot of hard lessons. I've been having to swallow my pride in some situations and really take some blows that a younger self might not have taken. My younger self might have crashed out and done something more rash, right? But I'm gonna be honest, bro. Everything that happens to you in life is a learning experience. It's a silver lining. And the silver lining here is now I can give you guys my undivided attention to making sure that I'm improving my platform and taking this platform to where I'm trying to take it, because I don't want to just continue doing this for you guys forever. We're going to make this into a studio show. We're going to give you guys everything you want. We're going to have everything you could possibly want in a Dallas Cowboys platform over here, and every uppercut on the chin, every jab I'm taking, every hook, bro, I'm taking that and I'm learning from it. And I'm figuring out how to dodge it the next time. I'm figuring out how really tight do I need to keep that circle, because I'm not going to fight any other impressions or any of these myths that people have put out about me. I'm not going to fight people trying to make my online persona who I am as a person, because that's BS. And I wouldn't be able to have the things that I have in my real life. A wife of 10 years, a daughter that's amazing, and this functional family unit, and just this peaceful life that I live. I wouldn't be able to have this if I was this toxic individual, but it's okay. If you think I'm toxic, I'll be that. If you think I said something negative, I said that. If you don't like me, continue not liking me. I'm going to continue to use all that energy, whether good or bad. I'm going to continue to use that to be the best version of myself I can be, not only for myself, but for my family and for y'all. Real talk. And again, nothing else happened. This is nothing on any of these other guys. I don't know about, I don't know if there's other conversations that happen. I know for a fact with Foots and John, nothing else happened with this. They were not involved in any way. And I don't want anybody to think that there was any kind of issues with the cast or the staff, because there wasn't. It was an issue behind the scenes. The owner of the channel, he removed me from it. And it is what it is. Is it frustrating? Only because I put a lot of work into it, only because of the timing of it, because it really makes it look a certain way. It really makes me look like, oh, I'm just this unagreeable guy that can't work with anybody. And, it really makes it look that way. But really, this is just God removing things out of my life that's going to impede me on my path. And I firmly believe that. And I'm just going to control what I can control, y'all. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me. I appreciate all of y'all that appreciate my content, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with my content, bro. And hey, remember, sometimes in life, y'all, the bad guys win, the trolls win. Sometimes in life, you get an arrow makes it through one of those cracks in your armor, bro. But guess what? You got to break that damn arrow off, and you got to keep moving, bro. You got to keep moving. And this was nothing but a chink in the armor. I'm going to get it repaired. We're going to keep it moving, and we're going to continue doing content the way that I want to do my content, the way that I want to be natural in doing my content and interacting with you guys as it was originally agreed upon. But either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this brings some clarity. No, I'm not on the collective. If you're over there because you wanted to watch me, you might as well subscribe. I'm not going to be there anymore. I got booted, y'all. I got kicked off. I got thrown away, thrown to the trash heap. AOC is ass. Bow.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still in boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still in boys.